Good morning, Celestine. It's Monday. Yay. Celestine, today I want to talk about three things: racism, my work, and my allegedly huge ego. First up, racism. In 2005, a study showed that black or brown drivers were actually less likely to be pulled over than white drivers by a tiny margin. Now, this sounds all good, but if you're thinking that that means that there's no such thing as racial profiling anymore, you'd be wrong. Because while those drivers were less likely to be pulled over, they were actually a lot more likely to be screwed over. Of those white drivers that were pulled over, only about 3.6% were searched, whereas 9.5% of African Americans and about 8.8% of Hispanic drivers were searched. So, in 2007, it was estimated that 7,264 incidents were actually hate crimes. Every day, we're bombarded by the media on stories of everything that kind of steers us towards a fear of minorities. Now, Celestine, while I admit that all those things are really bad, and while I admit that none of those things are going away anytime soon, I also admit that this is progress. And here's why. Celestine, in 1968, as many as 20,000 teenage students walked out of East LA High School in protest of the education they were receiving. These students, all of them, were all of Hispanic descent. It was known at the time as the Chicano Blowout, and it was part of the civil rights movement. Well, the Chicano rights movement. Thousands of students fighting to better the education that they were receiving, fighting to go to a good school, fighting for the right to attend the classes that many of us take for granted nowadays. Celestine, 3 years prior to the walkouts, the Delano grape strikes had started. The strike lasted more than 5 years and resulted in the farm workers actually getting what they wanted: minimum wage. History is full of millions of people who fought these miserable battles so that people like you and me wouldn't have to. My hands are girly and soft because I've never had to work a day in my life. And speaking of work, I should probably get going soon. On the walk to work, I noticed that even my job was a sign of that progress. When I got there, I said hi to my boss, Maria. Miss T, say hi to my friend Celestine. The little guy. My coworkers, Keisha, Jen, and the new girl. And of course, the trifecta of trouble. Duty always calls. Shower? It's very much a house. It's the house and the progress I mentioned that keep my pride in check. So let's back up a bit. A week ago, my performance of the DMLA Flower Talk led to me being accused of having a big ego that makes me unattractive. The nerves actually led to me getting sick, and it is because I got sick that I didn't feel up to staying, and that led to me breaking a promise to a friend of mine. Galit, I've still got calligraphy with your name on it, and I'm sorry. Celestine, I realize that as someone who calls himself the Awesome, it's really easy for me to be mistaken as someone with a huge ego, but let's face it. Awesome or not, ultimately, it's impossible for me to have too big of an ego. Because I know just how big the shoulders I stand on are. I didn't fight to get into school. I didn't fight for the right to be able to work. I've been sheltered, protected. And because of that, I'm soft, weak. The hardest part about this job was never learning to change diapers or learning how to help someone else in the shower. No, it's safe to say that the hardest part about this job was and is coming to grips with the fact that I have it easy. I hear them say things like, when I used to walk. And they're still in high school. I haven't had to face any adversity in terms of being able to be me. What do I have to be proud of? Celestine, I'll see you Thursday. This is the Awesome, signing out.